do ballet class every single day because it makes me feel good, because it improves my mood, it makes me physically feel active and still very flexible, and I am able to demonstrate for my students what is needed to be demonstrated. It also helps me now as a ballet teacher to feel the muscles, to actually still understand how to do the technique, which is very necessary for a ballet dancer. I remember my first ballet bar when I was 10 years old. I actually don't remember how I got actually into that. All I remember is that when I had a point shoes on, we were doing very like a small movements, doing which is called relevés. And after that, I had a blood completely everywhere through my point shoes. So since then, I always wrapped my toes, and it never happened again. At the age of 5, I started to do gymnastics. The gymnastics where you go and do these flick-flacks and so on. We had once a week ballet class, ballet. And the ballet teacher thought that I have talent and maybe possibly to become a prima ballerina. So she went to my parents, she talked to them, and they all kind of thought, okay, let's go and let's ask our little girl if she wants to do ballet. They asked me, and I've never seen ballet in my life in that time. I was 10 years old actually already. And what I asked is, can I still kick my legs up? And they said, oh yes, you'll be kicking your legs for many, many years. So yeah, so then I went and I did audition, and I managed to get in, and then the everyday work started. I had to learn to have a discipline every single day, to go and do the ballet bar, go to ballet center, work on a point work, jumps every single day. I learned from my teacher. She used to say to me that ballet class is your breakfast. It's a dancer's breakfast, so it's really necessary. My first performance was when I was 14 years old. And I was doing a little solo from Paquita. And I remember I absolutely had no idea of the feelings that you should, how you should prepare before. So to be honest with you, I just went on stage and I did it. I understood much later, basically to make a good performance and touch the audience and myself, what I have to do, that you need to prepare, you need to really concentrate. It's like a routine every single time before you go on stage. You have your own routine. My training was based on a Vaganova technique, and we had a ballet class, we had a point work, we have a character dance, pas de deux variations. We even learned how to put makeup on. We learned how to play piano, we learned how to play castanet, which was real fun. And when I was 18 years old, I graduated with Sleeping Beauty, where actually was Aurora. I did the main role. When I graduated from school, my big dream was to join Czech National Ballet. It was everything for me. I was not thinking about being a principal dancer or corps de ballet. I just wanted to be a member of that amazing, beautiful company. I went and did audition, which was not easy. The class was actually quite challenging. It was actually simpler, and it was more dancing, and there were a little bit few steps, the connection between the one step into another step, which it was basically different. It was a kind of different style than, you know, every day we were doing the same. So it was a little surprise, but I managed and I got the contract, so I was very, very happy. And I said to myself that from my first salary, I'm going to go and have a first drink ever in my life. So yeah, I went and I had a little drink when I got my salary. Already in the first year in the company, I was very lucky, and I got the main role in Sleeping Beauty, Aurora. And it was because there was a new artistic director, and he saw my graduate performance, which was Sleeping Beauty as well. And he thought, okay, I'll give her the opportunity. So I went and I did the performance, and my artistic director, he really liked it, and he actually gave me a principal contract already the first year, which was, I thought, a lot of pressure, because I definitely wasn't ready. I wasn't, I thought I was not ready technically, definitely not ready mentally. So I actually feel it did affected me through my whole dancing career, that I was quite insecure. I was always thinking they are all expecting me to be perfect because you have the contract. So it was a challenge. I stayed with that company for 3 years, and I danced a lot of main roles in a lot of ballets. My dream was to dance Kitri in Don Q. I did that, and I danced Sylvia or Lady with Camels, lots of ballets like that, which I actually did not quite understand some of it, like the story. Like, for example, I did Anna Karenina when I was 21 years old. I read the story, I made a research, but because I didn't have any personal experience of jumping under the train or have a husband, so I actually, it was a strange feeling. I went on stage and just did the steps, thought I was doing the feeling, but I didn't really feel anything. So yeah, that was a difficult. But I really enjoyed these 3 years there. And I was still going to competitions. It came from the ballet school. In Czech Republic, we did a lot of competitions, and I always brought some prize. The last one was in South Africa, in Pretoria. I got the gold medal, and the director from Cape Town City Ballet invited me as a guest artist to do a Nutcracker performance. After that, I got offered a full-time contract, or 1-year contract. So I joined the company in Cape Town and stayed there for 1 year. Again, danced new roles, like in Midsummer Night's Dream and Nutcracker and so on. I wasn't quite sure if I want to stay there any longer than 1 year, because I felt there wasn't enough culture and I wanted to come back to Europe. In the same competition in Pretoria, there was an artistic director, Galina Samsova, who saw me and invited me to Scottish Ballet. So I went to Scottish Ballet, got again principal contract, and stayed there for another 3 years, and again danced everything I could. What was difficult was to adapt to a different style than what I was learning in Czech Republic. For example, I had to completely relearn fouettes. We used to do fouettes when it was accent was going down and it was just going to the side, pam, pam. And in the West, they wanted me to do front and a side. And it's very difficult if you are learning something for 8 years and then they are expecting you to do it immediately. It took me, I was actually fighting with it all my life. You know, it's my teacher used to say that if you have a habit for 2 years, you're doing some bad habit, then it will take you twice longer, it will take you 4 years to get rid of that habit. So I had my style for 8 years, and then another 8 years I was trying to change it. So I think that was the biggest challenge, and also all the steps were much faster, which in Czech Republic we did everything much slower. Yeah, there was a lot of challenges like that. I stayed at Scottish Ballet for 3 years, and what I actually was fighting with was, I know it's going to sound really strange now, but it was the weather. I was all the time cold, and it was very rainy and very dull, and I just thought I just need a different kind of living. I needed more sun. So I went to London and I joined one ballet class with English National Ballet. Derek Dean was there, and he offered me a contract. So I just thought, yep, going to go to London. English National Ballet became my home. I stayed there for 18 years, and it's a traveling company. We traveled a lot. The company was very friendly, very supportive, because we are always together. So we had a lot of really lovely experiences together, not just after the show, but also during the show and on a stage. The company had a lot of performances, like 7 performances a week. And as a principal dancer, you would have even up to 5 shows a week, which was great. The dancer, we want to be on stage, we need to be on the stage. You don't want to spend 1 month rehearsing in a studio and then go and do just 2 shows, because the first show you are very nervous, and then the second show and then it's over. So that was really lovely. We did classes on the stage as well, so you could feel the floor, you could feel the auditorium, the lighting. So it was very, very comfortable when actually the show started. I was very lucky to be able to work with some choreographers who actually choreographed the ballet on me. For example, Christopher Hampson, we really got on. And what was fantastic, that he gave me a bit of freedom, so I could have my own personal input into the ballets. I also worked with Michael Corder. He created Snow Queen on me, and it was, again, same experience. And it's absolutely fantastic, because you are able to put a bit of your personality into that. After 18 years being with English National Ballet, I started to think that the career of a ballet dancer is not going to last forever. Also, I had 3 operations, actually 4 operations, 3 on my knees, 1 on my ankle, and it was very difficult to prepare for the show. When you get, as a little bit older dancer, I would rehearse, and then just before the show my knee would get swollen, so I actually couldn't go on stage. So it made me think, do I want to continue like that? Also wanted to stop dancing when I still feel good, when I like my dancing. So the last year of my career in the ENB, I did the teaching course with the Royal Ballet School. My dream was not to become a ballet teacher, but I'm like very not responsible, but basically always thinking about the future. So I did that course, so I would have the paper and maybe possibly go and give my experience to young dancers. When I stopped dancing, there was a big question: what do I want to do with my life? My passion was photography. Maybe not passion, but I liked gardening. I have a big knowledge about classical ballet, and I was already teaching in Prague each summer, organizing my international ballet masterclasses, so I had a bit of experience of that as well. But then I thought, okay, maybe photography would be very difficult to make a living, or I basically decided to become a ballet teacher because the knowledge was the biggest, and my passion was to give all that to young ballet dancers. If I can't be the best, I thought, okay, my student's going to be the best. I did the teacher's course with Royal Ballet School. It took me 1 year. Now in these days it is for 2 years. And in that time there was one teacher missing. They basically needed a teacher to help. So they invited me as a guest teacher to give ballet classes about once a week or twice a week. So it was my first experience of teaching. Then there was a free contract to go to teach in the lower school at White Lodge, which were students from 10 years old till 14, 15 years old. I thought, okay, I will do the audition, even that I didn't really want to teach younger students. I was very nervous the night before. I was even crying, and but then because I like challenge and I am actually stronger than I think, I thought, okay, well, I'll go for it. I'll do it. I will show you I can teach. I will show you I can get the contract. With the thing that, okay, if I don't get it, at least it was an experience for me for another audition or something like that. So I did that audition. I was actually very confident, gave everything I knew. Then they invited me to an office. There was another interview. After that, the director of Royal Ballet School, Christopher Powney, offered me a contract. He said, sorry, I don't have a contract for you for the White Lodge, but I would like you to come and teach to the upper school, the older students, which he thought that I was suitable more. I was playing cool, and I was like, okay, I'll think about it. But inside here, I was like really excited. I was like, yes. I thought being a dancer is very difficult, but actually I find out that being a teacher is actually much more difficult, because as a dancer, everything is about you. You're very selfish. It's about you. You quiet all day. It's just you and you and you. But as a teacher, it's just, no one cares about you anymore. It's about everybody else. It's about the students, about making them feel good. I actually find it more as a psychology than anything else. It's you need to find a different approach to different student. It's not easy at all. It does take the whole year to actually get to know the student. But it's just when you see the result, it's like the biggest satisfaction I could actually ever have.